Right, so some of that, okay, I teach you, like I usually teach, or from other apps too, the one day, at least like 1 minute, try to teach our JP language study together on other apps. Also, it's really good too. But on here, hi, another person who just came here. Oh, sorry, I missed your name. Your name didn't show up. Okay, let's check. It's, alright, your name doesn't show up right now, still doesn't show up. So, but anyway, getting used to like public speaking on a Periscope, like talking to a bunch of the strangers, getting used to it is really good. It's just like talking to the another people like on a face to face in person. So that's really something like we should appreciate. That's great. All right. So and wanted to say that too. And okay, 3 topic share, daily 3 topic share that I try to do usually in 2 minutes and like 1 minute, really quick. And but before that, since this is like almost a new year, really quick, like I should share like those some of the share like 6 years old, really long time. So I don't want to feel like other people feel sad. Some of the experience, and other people are here right now with me, in the same room. They're so good. So I yeah, on the mood. I'm gonna speak a little bit nicely because, yeah, those other people are a little bit closer, and we all should be nice to each other. Oh, by the way, talking about hi energy, no NJ. Hey Jay, so it's like Jason. Hey Jason, thank you for being here and hanging out here. You are wonderful. All right, so those are usually the podcast, and so those my voice tone might be a little bit like that in a nice way, even like some of the like satire or anything. But so those like 6 years old, like those experience, it's alright. We all have those like dysfunctional family or like yeah, like family drama. Some people always have, but it's alright. Like I'm like over as I said like before earlier, not the tweet, those like earlier scope broadcasting like over like around like 31-year old. So don't really care, but it's still important. Like sharing about the past really long time ago. But some people like survive. Some people survive really well, and we all have like a good experience too. We had a good experience too. Not only like those like verbal abuse or like emotional abuse or physical abuse or like sexual abuse from strangers. Those things some people experience, but some people can survive. As I said earlier, some people can survive very well. 3 minutes. Yeah, some people can survive very well, and that's great. Those are totally miracle because many of the children also died. You can also check on like 90s, on the 90s. Those the newspaper of Japan, like Tokyo area, in JP, we had so many news of those like children's abuse. But yeah, it's everybody. Many people have experience, but many people also survived it too. And yeah, I also survived some of the bad experience. But we had I also had really good some of the neighbors, really good neighbors, and really good teachers inside Japan, and. Yeah, had really good friends. Always have a good friend, and that's really, it was really good. Always like inspired because of them. So that's good. And it's getting hot here. Should I like? Yeah. So it's gonna be really quick. I have to take this like sweater off, like because the jumper, like wearing a jumper. And should take off this one because it's so hot. Oh, maybe I should go on the other area. Hold on a second. So it's always getting fun. So that's why a little bit, getting hot. It's like an exercise, like talking is like an exercise sometimes. So anyway, anyway, just a quick talk, quick speech. So some people survive. That's great. That's great too. It's awesome. So if other people want to study like those sociology together, definitely great, because I married one time, and my second marriage, I have my ex-husband from my second marriage too. But it is more likely like a spiritual real family. Hold on, some other device. Hold on a second. It's like showing. Wait a second. Oh, it's. Wait a second. Have to wait 3 seconds. So over the light. I mean, Jesus. Waiting time. Going to sing a little bit. Hold on. Over. I mean. Jesus, I love you, mercy on your name. Alright, got ready. So like other things. Alright, so continued. Sorry for the delay, but it's 5 minutes. Has to finish. Hopefully like within 10 minutes, or like at least like within 30 minutes anyway. And so my first marriage and the second marriage. First marriage was also special too, because both of us wanted to help the foster children together. Maybe both of us had definitely he had more those like evidence, everything. He was in the state custody, those like Colorado area. He was born in Denver. He's really like I don't know, German, Swedish, American, and those like children's abuse survivor he has a burn mark, so he was in a state custody, so it's more real. So both of us had probably like experience of those like children's abuse maybe. So we we kind of agreed like we're gonna help like do foster care. I was really interested in it. It was my main focus. And yeah, so if anybody like interested in studying for the sociology, or like those like abused children, those study, you can let me know too. Like we can study over the internet too, or like a phone, like a Snapchat. That's great too. And just really quick, all those some of our speech, our talk here, and so you're wonderful. Anyway, all those like the people I follow or my followers, and yeah, all those friends. Everybody like outside of the internet friends, or inside the internet people who use the internet, both great anyway. But sometimes when other people like have a job, it's really hard. Other people have like different schedule, so sometimes get together if nothing happened, like it's kind of like hard to get together, and it's pretty normal. All our friends sometimes like that in the busy area, so totally understandable. But people who use the internet, people who use a broadcast, you are wonderful. You are also one of my first priority too, as a communication tool. Like we can connect more, and so that's why you are amazing. I just want to tell you, you're amazing. So anyway, other people who also want to study sociology things, you can contact me directly too. It's great. Also like art things, DIY. As a kind of hobby between our works, like freedom work or like hippie. We're not a real hippie, but those are welcome too, because more like free spirited or like a free lifestyle, and that's good for the like younger people, retirement people, or like doing a little bit of farm, like make our own food, but live in our own way. That's great too. So you're always welcome. Okay, 8 minutes. Oh my gosh. So so my life story. So yeah, everybody should be proud of, because when I was 11 years old, I became really strong. Strong too. Before that, even like when I was 6 years old, 7 years old, I was still strong too. Like I was a tallest girl in the entire school, in the entire class. But still, we had a tall guy too, but I was the tallest. I was like, I'm always huge. Nah, I'm like around just like 5'4" or something. Not so. It's pretty average, like 5'4" or something. Not like, I'm not 6 feet, but yeah, By the way, my first boyfriend in America, he's a normal like white and US citizen. He's a good person. He's still good friends. Like of course, like forever good friends. To me, I think he's a good person. I don't know everything about him at all, but I know quite a lot of things about him. He's a good person anyway, and his family I know, and. But he was tall, by the way. Speaking of tall, he is so tall. That's some of another like story share. It is some of the another story share. By the way, other like replay viewers on the internet people, thank you being here or like you're connecting. I like you. You're wonderful. And alright, so and my second marriage, some of like my husband's other side of family, like he has so many sisters too. He has so many sisters, and and also brothers. They're so good, but like other like nieces also married to the other like JP students, like Japanese students, and have so many other people involved. So like other like insurance, like lots of like danger there too, and other like Japanese people try to do something of the insurance, and it was like it's called like hoken. It's a Kokumin Kenko Hoken. You can Google it. It's one of like government insurance too. So he did some, well, he didn't, but his other side of the JP students, they know because my husband, he cannot. Well, my ex-husband, but he's still, well, his personality is a wonderful person anyway, and I know it. So that's why we married. Probably like in another country's law, we are forever married because divorce doesn't exist. In some country, which is totally fine. Everybody's happy in the marriage forever. Talking about marriage, from my first marriage or second marriage, both forever in the spiritual way anyway, as a like love in the Jesus, everything. So that's great. And my second marriage. So yeah, like other people involving too much. So it was like, it's insecure. And my sister-in-law, who we met in a kind of like in the nursing school, sat in the like same class, in the net right next. So that's my sister-in-law, and she, okay, really quick. But yeah, so she and I exactly same person, and she's really smart. Hold on a second. Okay. Alright. 今生中継. Alright, never mind. There's another person like very close, so alright, never mind. Okay, it's gonna be really quick because hold on a second. Wait a second. Can I turn off the TV? Well, it's okay. Still, we are broadcasting, so I just speak in English. Alright, maybe it's alright. So anyway, and oh my gosh, but this place is kind of hot. I need to be in a quiet, not the quiet, I mean colder place because it's hot. Anyway, so everybody's nice around me. That's great. So well, it's still true. So that's great. And what I was talking very quick, like really quick, at least like. Oh my gosh, 30 minutes. Shit. All right. And oh yeah, my second marriage, that's really good too. But so we had to like I filed a court and everything, like a lawyer. If we like read a paper, we can do it. And it's some of those things are just important. So we just have to. Yeah, we just have to do it. Oh, thank you for coming here, like NT, like a Nate. Hi, Nate. Thank you for hanging out. You are wonderful. Oh, don't be shy. You don't have to be shy. Even it's on the internet and even like I can't see you. You don't have to be shy. But anyway, thank you for hanging out. You are wonderful. Alright, so 30 minutes. So, yeah. By the way, that Over the Rainbow, that music is my favorite song, my entire childhood, or like when I was 10 years old. I loved that song. So, but it's like a rainbow, right? It's like a different meaning in America. But but it's alright. LGBT, like I can totally accept now. When I was like a child or like 11 years old, like everybody in a class, like we kind of gossiped about it. Those are crazy words. So I really didn't. I thought it's kind of like a creepy, but no, LGBT is not creepy. Don't worry. Nobody thinks so now because this is 2016. So yeah, everybody have a good understanding of the LGBT cultures. So those are great. And so anyway, and my definitely has to like legally divorce of my second marriage too. But I